See, I'm a 38-year-old man, and I stay with my mom. Well, she stays with me. I own the house. But 5 years ago, my dad cheated on my mom. They were together, they stayed together, and he cheated. Infidelity, that's what happened. He owned the house though. So once he cheated, my mom didn't have anywhere to go. Now my mama always been good toward me. She raised a damn good man. And I love her. So I said, Mama, stay with me. Dad did what he did right, and you don't want to be in that house. It's his house. I understand. You ain't got nowhere to go. You always got somewhere to go. As long as I got a home. So my mama started staying with me. And we do things together. We watch the movies. We go to the movies. We go to parks. We would bond a lot because, right, she's staying with me every day. So we hang out. That's my mama. We can hang out. We can go to the movie. We can go bowling. We can do all that. We were hanging out. And about 3 years ago, I think it was. 3 years ago, she said, son, I need me somebody. And I knew what she meant. I'm not dumb. I'm 38 years old at the time. Well, at the time I went 30, about 38 now. I know the body has needs. And me as your son, I can't do that. I won't do it. So I understand what you mean. Nobody wants to be alone, right? Like, of course, I'm here as you and we're hanging out, but you want a deeper connection, and I get that. Me too. And don't get me wrong, I had my fair share of tender dates and everything come through the house, but I get what she's saying. Mama need a life too. So my mama started that dating, right? She met this guy, and her and the guy hit it off. They were dating for 3 years until they got married. They got married, right? Cool. You love him. You my mama. That's who you want to be with. Fine. That's fine. The thing is, after they got married, right? He started being at the house a lot more. He started moving things in. And, okay, whatever. It's my house, but, I got my own room. You and my mama together, okay. Cool. But he started talking to me when my mom wasn't around, saying, man, you almost 40 years old, still staying with your mama? Don't you think that's kind of old? And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, well, true. Most people my age don't live with their mom. Just trying to keep it. So, because I know what you're trying to say to me, but I'm not going to address that, right? I'm not going to address that, right? So, he be dropping hit after hit after hit. He even one time showed me a magazine or a newspaper article about apartments in the area. And I was like, what you showing this to me for? Then he was like, well, two grown men can't live under one household. That's what he told me. And I said, oh, okay, brush it off. So I went to talk to my mom about the ordeal, and I was like, yeah, so your husband been telling me two grown men can't stay in one household. What you know about that? And she was appalled. She was like, what? I'm going to go talk to him. I don't know what he's talking about. So my mom been completely in the dark. Because, of course, I was thinking, why would my mom even let him say such a thing knowing that I own the house? Now, at the house, I guess he thinking that I don't do nothing because I work from home. I stay in my room all the time. I pay people to take care of the yard. And my mom, she takes out the trash, right? So that's something she likes to do, so I let her do it. If she ain't like to do it, I do it. So I'm guessing he think I don't do anything. I'm just in the house. But whatever. So she talked to him, and things quiet down for a while. A couple of weeks after she talked to him, he back up to his same antics, telling me, hey man, two men can't live together. And I'm like, okay. Then he's like, I know this is your family home and you feel comfortable here, but two men can't live together. And I'm like, this is not a family home. So, this is what happened, right? I'm in my room. I'm playing my game. I like to play the game. I'm an older man, but I like to play the game. He knocks on the door. I answer the door. He says, hey, you didn't see that plate on the sofa. So I go out and I look. And this plate was split, so it's a plate of spaghetti. And I'm like, I didn't see this plate. I've been in my room. And he says, well, this plate has been here since yesterday. And I said, oh, well, it ain't mine. I didn't have this baby. Then he said, it's my plate. I thought you would at least do something and clean it up. Excuse me, sir? He said, I thought you would at least do something and clean up. I said, man, I clean up. I clean up every mess that I make. You are a grown ass man. Talking about you left a plate on the sofa to see if somebody else would clean it up. Sir, I'm not cleaning up after you or nobody. Then he said, well, you don't do anything else in the house. And I said, because I don't have to do anything else. As long as I clean up after myself, I get the yard taken care of, and I pay my portion of the bills, I'm fine. Then he said, well, your portion of the bill don't have nothing to do with the mortgage of who owns the house. And I was like, oh, my mom didn't tell you. The house is paid for. Okay, well, it's still your mom's house. No, it's my house. My mom lives with me. I don't know if she told you that or not. He was under the impression that when he married my mom, everything that was hers was his. So he's thinking she owned the house and that it's his house too. Now that they're married. That's why he had done moved his stuff on. And I'm like, why is this guy moving stuff in my house? So I told him, I'm like, you know what? Thinking about something you said, two men can't live under one house. That's right, they can't. You're right about that. Because I'm not going to sit here and let a man tell me in my house what I don't do. I'm not going to sit here and let a man tell me, another man, to clean up after him. You can get your shit and you can get out. So I keep them out. Now, the part where I might feel wrong, because even my dad, my biological dad, got on to me about it, is because I keep my mom out too. I keep my mom out right with him. Because she didn't tell him it was my house. He did all this yelling and sneak this or whatever you want to call it. And she didn't correct it officially. Like she said something, but she didn't correct him. If she had to let him know I owned the house, that would have set him straight. So I'm not quite sure. Now, of course, my mom is always welcome in my house. But since two men can't stay together, you consider yourself a man. Let me see how you take care of your wife. Let me see you go through some of those newspaper ads and you get an apartment. You step up and be a man. And how is your wife? That's why I kick my mom out too. Now, like I said, my biological dad thinks I'm wrong for also kicking my mom out. Some other family members that have heard about the situation, they don't know all the details. But they know I keep my mom